Hi everyone, it's Keeper Caitlin here at the Mid-Mark Discovery stage at the Boonshoft Museum of Discovery. And today I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite zoo pals. This is Sheldon, the three-banded armadillo. So if you guys want to get a closer look at him here, he is in his little playpen, hanging out with some of his favorite toys. So like I said, Sheldon is a three-banded armadillo. And if you guys get a close look at him, you'll see some pretty unique features on him. He has hairs, he has claws, he has little cute ears, a pointy snout, and he has this really cool shell. So any animal that has hair is going to be a mammal. Sheldon is a mammal, but he does have a shell. Armadillos are the only species of mammal that do have shells. And there are about 20 different species, so he's pretty small. He is only about 10 inches long from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail, although it might not look like it because he does walk on his tippy toes. And Sheldon's about 3 pounds, so he's a little bit smaller than most other species of armadillos. And these guys live in South America, so if you were in a country like Brazil or Argentina or Paraguay, it would be pretty common to see these guys roaming around in the wild, but we do not have them here in the United States, unfortunately. So Sheldon here, those pretty cool adaptations I was talking about, he has his claws. Those claws are pretty important to him, so he is an insectivore. If you met Quilliam on one of our previous videos, Quilliam was an insectivore. They eat insects. That's his primary diet source, so he's going to eat things like bugs, worms, slugs, termites, and ants. And those claws, he's going to use them in the wild to pull back bark off of a tree, and there's going to be some nice bugs under there for him to eat. He may also use them to rip into a termite mound or an ant hill and get lots of good food that way. So one of Sheldon's coolest adaptations is his shell. So that shell is pretty unique to armadillos, and it's made of a protein called keratin. Keratin is the same protein that's in our fingernails and our hair. So Sheldon is 7 years old. He's been at the museum for the last 6 years, so he was just a little guy when he got here at 1 year old, and he was a program animal for a couple years, and now he does live in the Discovery Zoo on exhibit. You may notice we only have one armadillo here, and that is pretty typical. So armadillos in the wild do not form family groups. So Sheldon in the wild, or any armadillo in the wild, is mostly going to spend their entire lives alone. They may go together with other armadillos when it gets cold outside, and that's really the only time. So if it gets really, really cold out, some armadillos will go together and keep each other warm. So here at the museum, Sheldon gets a diet consisting of insectivore chow, which is a specially made chow for insectivores like him and our hedgehog Quilliam. He also gets a mixture of mealworms, superworms, crickets, and roaches. Roaches are his favorite snack. He does get a little bit of fresh produce as well, although in the wild they don't eat that much produce, but he will get some apple, pear, sweet potato, carrot, or romaine lettuce with his meal. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.